I don't envy growing up at this day and age. And I remember my senior year of college, someone asking me, how do we know we're the hardest working team in the country? How do we know Florida's not doing X, Y, and Z more than us? How do we know we have the best technology or the best coaches? And it was some anxiety coming from one of my teammates. And, two things dawned on me. Number one, we'll never know, right? Like I just put it in the back of my head, we'll never know. It is what it is. And all you can focus on is what do I need to do to get better? Who is in my corner? Who can I surround myself with to help guide me and doing what I can every single day, and not because again, if you're just trying, we've talked about this before, if you're just trying to live up to someone else's standard, you're going to eventually set a ceiling for yourself. Sure, it's great to maybe work alongside someone who pushes you really hard, but why just stop it and try to beat what Florida's doing in their weight room? Why not? If that's going to be less than what I am potentially capable of, right? So you're just trying to beat your best day you've ever had. However, if I, fast forward to now, when I had said, oh, you'll never know, you'll never be able to see inside the weight room. Well, now you kind of can. You could see inside. I mean, there's people who post the best of their best all the time, right? This is what we're doing here. This is the technology I'm using. Look at this PR this athlete did at 12 years old, and look at their exit velo here. And you're seeing a 30-second snippet of their life, and it can cause all this anxiety of like, oh my gosh, I'm behind. I'm not doing enough. So that's certainly as powerful as social media can be in a positive light. Obviously, it can stir up these emotions that can seemingly cause instantaneous regret or diminish all the hard work you have been doing this whole time.
Yeah, as an athlete, when you're in the grind of things, and you're trying to win a national championship as you were 10, however many years ago now. I don't want to age us, but
no,
about
forget
10 years.
11, 12 years, yeah.
Okay, 11, 12 years. But champions never die. What's that saying? Champions never go away, or whatever.
Legends, something, but champions.
Tom Brady made a shirt out of it. It's really cool looking. But how did Pat Murphy, because, a lot of times with regret, athletes will equate that to playing with heart. And I actually, I don't know how you feel about that saying. I hate that saying, because I think that playing with heart, you play without actually thinking, or you play without actually using your head and doing the smart thing. Sometimes it's not always about just trying to run through a wall, so to speak. It's not always about diving for that line drive. It has to be the right situation if you're playing the outfield, both baseball and softball, when you do go for that dive. So playing with heart is kind of a farce to me. You have to play smart, and you have to be well equipped mentally to play well physically. But a lot of times athletes will equate regret with playing with heart. So how do you separate the two? Because there is that fine line there.
Yeah, and I think of a situation right away. We had Washington come play us one year, and they were ranked number one in one poll. We were ranked number one in another poll. It was a game under the lights. It was so hyped up at the time. And I remember we went out there with, and probably what you're alluding to is like just all this raw emotion playing on the field, and we were over swinging, and we were making some mistakes that we wouldn't have made had we just calmed down. I remember Murph brought us in, and he goes, hey, this isn't football. You can't run out there and tackle them to get some of this emotion out. And it was just, that's part of a coach recognizing, what does the team need to hear? Calm the hell down. We're going to take one foot in front of the other right now. We're going to approach this one pitch at a time, one inning at a time, like we've done every other game. And the biggest thing was we always played a nameless, faceless opponent. We were always trying to just beat ourselves. It doesn't matter if we beat that team 10-0. If it should have been 13-0, we had 3 missed opportunities to score. That was on us, right? And so when you have that process focused mindset, or that in the now focused mindset, all of a sudden it's very difficult to have regrets of losing your head to emotion or losing your play to emotion, because, well, I stayed the course. I tried to win one pitch at a time, and that's it, period. If we won, if we lost, you couldn't be upset about that, because you gave what you needed to do. You took care of your job on that one pitch at a time mentality.